Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Take your pick with the Die Hard movies. Every sequel is an exercise in cinematic recycling. But let's just use the third one, as one rehash is semi-permissible. It's not just that the plot is exactly the same, masked by different kinds of explosions, but John McClane's Bruce Willis redemption arc is identical in every movie. At the end of the first movie, he reconciles with his wife, recognizing his selfishness. The exact same thing happens at the end of Die Hard with a Vengeance when Zeus Carver Samuel L. Jackson convinces McClane to call his wife. At least the filmmakers realized they made the recycling too blatant, so each ensuing film made John reconcile with his children instead, one estranged child at a time. More Die Hard with a Vengeance. 89 of 480, The Greatest Movies for Guys. 395 of 553, The Greatest Epic Movies Ever Made. 119 of 1540, The Most Rewatchable Movies.
Rocky Roman III.
Rocky Roman III has Rocky Sylvester Stallone just suddenly become a no-one again. Apparently, he hasn't been a good boxer this whole time, and all his opponents have been carefully curated. Mickey Burgess Meredith explicitly tells him as much. This is insane, since he literally climbs a Siberian mountain in gym shorts in Rocky Roman II. Rocky gets beaten badly while Mickey dies of a heart attack, becoming the nobody he was in the very beginning, so they could just reboot the story mid-franchise. Rocky trains again, emerges triumphant again, and celebrates by fighting Creed again. More Rocky Roman III. 232 of 372 old movies every young person needs to watch in their lifetime. 25 of 204 the best sports movies ever made. 15 of 136 the best third films in a movie series.
Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
The Spy Who Shagged Me opens with Austin Powers, Mike Myers, and Vanessa Elizabeth Hurley on their honeymoon, but it turns out she's actually one of Dr. Evil's fembots who's been biding her time to kill him. All the time they spent alone in the first movie obviously provided no opportunities. The reveal of Vanessa's fembot identity makes it easy for Austin to be the exact same character he was in the first movie. Pre-character growth. He had grown from womanizer to loving husband, a journey he'll have to take all over again. Although, he never really succeeds a second time. More Austin Powers. The Spy Who Shagged Me. The best characters in the Austin Power movies. Ranked 42 of 50, the 50 highest grossing 90s movies. Ranked 67 of 925, the all-time greatest comedy films.
The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
The Lost World was a cash grab. Arguably every installment of Jurassic Park has been since, for that matter, so no one seemed overly concerned about a sensible plot. The end game of this installment: get a T-Rex to San Diego, whatever it takes. Ian Malcolm Jeff Goldblum is one of the lucky few to survive Isla Nublar, the island in the first movie where the park was located. Turns out, the Dino experiments actually began on Isla Sorna, an island that was abandoned by InGen after a hurricane. Because why rebuild what must have been facilities worth billions that were likely only damaged, not destroyed, by the storm? Since a family is attacked by little dinosaurs on Isla Sorna, InGen needs to send a team in to document the dinosaurs for PR's sake. Dr. Malcolm isn't interested. That is, until he finds out his girlfriend is there, who apparently neglected to tell him she was going to a dinosaur island, so he relents. Of course, he wouldn't really relent, he would lose his mind. He simply would not go back to a dinosaur-infested island, considering how traumatizing his first experience was. He'd either just forget about his girlfriend or call the Navy or something, anything except return.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
One could argue this is an unfair criticism of the Harry Potter franchise, but after the Chamber of Secrets, they totally ruined the universally loved character of Albus Dumbledore. It is unfair, obviously, because Richard Harris, who portrayed the benevolent wizard in the first two films, died and was replaced by Michael Gambon. Gambon apparently wanted to differentiate his portrayal of the character, so he did away with that whole benevolent nonsense. Suddenly Dumbledore is at times cold and distant, at other times quick to anger. This new iteration is damn near antithetical to the brilliant yet kind wizard. While he toes the line in his first appearance by the Goblet of Fire, Gambon goes off the reservation, most notably in the scene where he accosts Harry, demanding an answer to how his name got in the goblet instead of approaching the situation with calm wisdom.
Men in Black Roman 2.
At the end of Men in Black, Agent K. Tommy Lee Jones reveals to Agent J. Will Smith he's basically been grooming him as a replacement, cause he's tired and wants to return to civilian life. The ending is quite beautiful as Jay reluctantly wipes K's memory, allowing his mentor to have a normal life at the expense of their friendship. It was the ending K deserved until he didn't. In the sequel, K is dragged back into the fold. Never mind the fact that the effects of the neuralizer are supposed to be irreversible, because the studio wanted to recapture the chemistry between Smith and Jones at the expense of logic or a coherent plot. The original does the audience and K a service by giving the aged hero a sanguine, serene sign-off. Undermining it is a disservice to all parties. More Men in Black Roman 2 339 of 480, the greatest movies for guys 63, 177, the greatest comic book movies of all time 207 of 1137, the absolute funniest movies of all time.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
In the original Star Wars trilogy, Han Solo Harrison Ford grows from a selfish outlaw to a hero who can feel and love. In the intervening 30 years off-screen, he scrubbed himself clean of all that growth and reverted to the same old Han Solo. Even if you believe the trauma of losing his son Ben Adam Driver to the dark side would make Han up and leave Leia Carrie Fisher, doesn't that make him a truly terrible person? Never mind that Leia experiences the same hurt, he compounds her suffering by leaving her too. Either Han's growth over the course of the original trilogy was a facade, or J. Abrams just wanted to bring the old devil-may-care smuggler back for his swan song. Han could have stayed with Leia and continued to be kind of a jerk. The two things aren't mutually exclusive. But no, he had to abandon his better self and everyone he loved. Except Chewie, of course. More Star Wars. The Force Awakens. 18 small but fascinating details from Star Wars. The Force Awakens. 66 of 553. The greatest epic movies ever made. 422 of 1540. The most rewatchable movies.
Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest.
Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. Rambo: First Blood Part Roman 2.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Shanghai Knights.
Shanghai Knights.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 2.
Alien 3.
Alien 3.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.